Hey, what's up everyone? Just a quick heads up. I made a couple of really small changes to my Ask Me Anything series on the channel. I wanted to simplify things a little bit, make the videos a little shorter, more concise, and then be able to make more videos in the future. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to pick a headliner main question, and I'm going to put that right in the title of the video, as you can see in this video. So it'll say Ask Ale, and then it'll have the main question from you guys that I'm going to address in the video. And then just to make things a little more fun, at the end of the video, I'll add a couple of bonus really short questions that might be a little more personal about me or maybe less important questions, and I'll just kind of quickly address those at the end of the video, just a couple bonus ones. But that way I'll be able to make more of these Ask Ollie videos. They'll be shorter and more concise, and everything will be a little more simple. Now, if you want your questions featured on these videos, do me a favor and please add a hashtag AskAle to your comment, and that'll let me know that you want your question answered specifically in one of these videos on this little mini Ask Ale series. But for today's headliner question, that's going to be one that comes from a few different people that wanted to know what my worst performing stock is as a percentage. So for example, we had Hambone who asked, what's the furthest you've been down percentage wise, and what stock is or what stock was it? And we also had Gilberto Resendez who asked, what is your worst performing stock, and do you shave your eyebrows? Okay, so first of all, I do not, or have I ever shaved my eyebrows? I don't do anything to my eyebrows. It's actually an interesting question because I get asked about this a lot on YouTube for some really weird reason. But what's funny is that outside of YouTube, I've actually had several girls, I swear, I'm not lying, I've had several girls compliment me on my eyebrows. But for some reason on YouTube, there's always random guys that seem to not like my eyebrows. Like I seem to get comments that say that my eyebrows are ugly or they don't like them for some reason. It's just a really strange thing, but I don't do anything to them. I don't really know what to say. I guess they look ugly on camera, but I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that question. Anyway, going back to the main question at hand, what is my worst performing stock? And that would easily be Robinhood as a percentage. Now, it's not my worst performing stock as a dollar value. I'll address that a little later in the video in just a second. But as a percentage, yeah, Robinhood is definitely my worst performing stock because it is currently down over 30%, which I believe is the worst I've ever had on an individual stock. Now, the good thing is that this is a really tiny position of mine because it's only 0.02% of just my Robinhood account alone. So that's not even including my E-Trade account or my M1 Finance account. As an overall portfolio, it's even worth less than that. So it's super small. And thankfully, that means that I can easily double down or even triple down or quadruple down on it, which would dramatically lower my cost basis. It would make me being down on it like less than 10%, and it would still be a very tiny position of mine, which is good because it's speculative and it's high risk, so I wouldn't want it to be too large in my portfolio. Now, I can't really say for sure whether it's a good idea for me to be doubling down or tripling down on it at this point because it definitely looks like a falling knife. It continues to crash, and I've obviously been dead wrong about this stock. I mean, I could not be more wrong about it. It's been continued to crash. Even though I bought it after it crashed, it continued to crash even more after I bought it. So I'm down as a percentage a lot from it. But I still think that even from here, there is significant upside potential if the economy and the stock market start to recover. Because as of today, Robinhood stock is currently down a mind-blowing over 90% from its highs. It was once trading at $85 a share before crashing all the way down to just the single digits today. And look, for sure, Robinhood has a lot of company-specific issues that deserve to make the stock crash. For example, they're not currently profitable, and they even lost more money last year than they did in sales. But most of that was because of stock-based compensation, and I still think that their biggest hurdle is more macro related than their actual business. Because the fact that we might be in a recession right now, coupled with the stock and the cryptocurrency markets crashing, is not only decreasing values on the platform, but it's also scaring people away from investing, which is decreasing activity for Robinhood on the platform, and it's slowing down their growth. As a result, their sales are actually expected to decline by a whopping almost 20% this year before they finally recover next year with over 40% growth expected. But there's a lot of things that can even derail that, particularly a major recession. But over the long term, I do still think that Robinhood can be the largest investing platform in the world, considering that the average user age is only 31, with over half of those being first time investors, while most other platforms have average ages in the 50s. So I just think that that brand popularity with young and new investors may cause a snowball effect over time as investing becomes more mainstream. And we're already seeing some of that, as Robinhood has over 20 million funded accounts, with over 10 million of those being added just last year alone, nearly doubling the count. So the growth is still there. We just need the economy and the markets to recover. And meanwhile, Robinhood has been investing in new innovative features for the platform, like crypto wallets, crypto gifting, IRAs, fractional shares, automatic investing, early IPO access, and a lot more. So the theory is that when things do get better, Robinhood will hopefully be in a good position to benefit from that recovery. That's my prediction. That's my hope. Of course, I've been wrong so far, and I may continue to be wrong, but I hope that over the long term I'll be right on this one. Anyway, that's Robinhood. In terms of an actual dollar value, what have I been down the most on in terms of actual money? Well, that would be the Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba, ticker symbol BABA. And you guys know that on the channel, I don't like to give dollar values, actual dollar values, because of privacy and security reasons. And I have a lot of friends and family that watch my videos. I don't like them knowing how much money I have invested and things like that. It's just a personal thing for me. But I do always give you guys percentages and things like that. And as of right now, with Alibaba, I am currently down about 15% on my position. And the stock itself is worth a lot more than something like Robinhood. In fact, Alibaba is worth around 2% of my portfolio. So it is a significant stake, but it is also one that I do plan on doubling or even tripling down from here at these current prices. Because after crashing by almost 70% from its highs, I just think that the valuation for this stock is dirt cheap right now. I mean, you're talking about a forward P ratio of only 13 and a PEG ratio of only around 1, which is not only about half of what it used to be, but it's also excellent for any company, let alone a giant one like Alibaba. Because while sales growth is slowing down to just a single digits this year, that's coming off of already astronomical growth of over 40% in 2020 and another close to 20% in 2021. So the fact that they're even growing at all right now is pretty impressive to me, especially with how horrible the macroeconomy is. And it's also expected to bounce back to higher double-digit growth next year as well. Meanwhile, this is by far the largest e-commerce player in China at nearly 50% market share, with nobody even coming close, and they command another close to 40% of Chinese cloud computing market share, which I think will play a huge role in the future of just China in general, because we know that that's a country with huge ambitions of being just as dominant as the US, for example, in areas of like artificial intelligence and cloud computing and practically everything in the world. So at these prices, I just think that it's worth the risk to double down or even triple down for me on this position, considering how much China I think needs them to be successful and how massive and dominant of a company this is that I think is trading at a sale price right now. Anyway, that does it for the headliner question. Let's now just finish up with a couple of bonus questions for fun. We'll just do these really quickly. And the first one here is actually from a few people that had a kind of a related similar question. But for example, we had Ryan Vu who asked, you've said you're a professor. What do you teach? And then we had James McConnell who asked, what motivated you to get into investing? And then we had VFam who asked, how did you first get into investing? Or what or who inspired you? Okay, so just a little bit about my personal self outside of YouTube that you guys might not know about. I went to school to study geography. I eventually got my master's degree and went on to teach college geography. And within the geography discipline, economics is heavily involved. In geography, you practically have to know everything about every place on Earth. You have to know the culture, the politics, the society, the science, and of course the economics of every place on Earth. And so that's how I was naturally exposed to economics. And in my opinion, economics is probably the most important part of the discipline, just because of how influential money can be to everything else that happens in the world. So I always had that natural exposure to economics, and I was always very well educated on it. But on a more personal level, I was always myself very much attracted to just stock market investing in general because I think it's one of the most fascinating creations of all humankind. I mean, I think it's absolutely amazing that a nobody with almost no money, no education, no job history, or anything else can become a literal part owner of some of the most gigantic corporations in the world, like Google and Apple and Microsoft and Tesla, Disney, whatever else, for literally just as little as $1. I mean, I think that's incredible. And I find stock market investing to be not only rewarding, but also incredibly fun. I really enjoy it. And I'm always shocked at how little of interest it is to so many people out there. I have like friends and family that tell me that it's boring or that they think it's too complicated. They're just not interested in it. And that's crazy to me. I think it's one of the funnest things out there to do. And I think it's one of the most interesting things, a really fun, exciting hobby. And I feel very blessed to be able to share my passion for stock market investing with all of you guys here on YouTube who are just as passionate about it as I am. So thank you for that opportunity. Okay, moving on to bonus question number 2. That's going to come from Steady Mobbin, who asks, when will you reveal your portfolio? Okay, so I've actually been receiving a ton of questions about my portfolio lately, but please just hang in there a little bit longer. I'm actually working right now on several different videos about my portfolio. They'll be coming out very soon, including a full breakdown of my portfolio. So just hang in there just a little bit longer. Those videos are coming very soon. Okay, let's just finish up here with one last bonus question. We'll throw one in here. This is going to be from First Step, who asked, when will you face me one-on-one in Super Smash Brothers First to 5? I am so down for that. Anytime you want to play, I'll play with you, and anybody else that wants to join us, you're more than welcome to as well. Perhaps the easiest way would be to send me a message on Instagram. Let me know that it's you from here, or that you want to do a Smash Brothers tournament, or you want to play a match or something like that, and we'll set it up and we'll make it happen. And I think that'll be a lot of fun, but if you are going to challenge me, just get ready to be Falcon punched. That's all I'm going to say. All right, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and there's going to be more coming in the future. Hope you're all doing well out there. I will catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.